Lions fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. Let's talk about training camp day 1 and day 2, man. Just going over and glossing over the reports of day 2 just now. Um, let's talk about day 1 first. Of course, these sources come from Tim Tonyman and Mike O'Hara out of training camp. So they're doing their best to get the information out to us. And I'm going to provide that for you guys. First and foremost, let's start with the coaching staff. Coach Dan Campbell, man, being himself, man. I love Dan Campbell. Like I said, I would run through a wall for a coach like Dan Campbell. They start off the practice with, the 50 up downs, and Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn were right along with the players doing them. Aaron Glenn tried to hold on. Dan Campbell looked sturdy. He looked really sturdy out there. But Aaron Glenn tried. He tried. You get an A for effort. But Dan Campbell, of course, a couple of things in the press conference, man. He's going to be himself. Dan Campbell's going to be himself. He's going to bring that energy. He's going to lead by example. That's what we all know that he is. He's a great leader. He's a leader of men. And that obviously showed last season, and coming into this season, the excitement that's around this team is contagious right now. So we got to give that to Dan Campbell and his coaching staff. We got to give those guys the appreciation for bringing a new tone to this team. Obviously, during the Matt Patricia era, things were not the same. So shout out to Dan Campbell and the coaching staff, man, for the great job that they're doing, man. So day 1, let's just talk about day 1 real quick. Yesterday, day 1, Aiden Hutchinson with the first unit. The Lions are not going to string him along like a rookie. It also speaks to what the Detroit Lions said about him being ahead of schedule, or him being better than advertised. So immediately out there with the first unit, opposite of Chris Harris. So, like I said, it's a great thing to hear. But we all know who the second name and the second biggest name of this training camp is. And I'm not talking about DeAndre Swift. I'm talking about Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah, man. Also with the first unit out there. Jeff Okudah with the first unit out there. Now, if he wasn't with the first unit, that would definitely be something to talk about. But kind of expect him as a healthy player to be out there with the first unit. So Jeff Okudah has looked really good in training camp so far, healthy. Those are all the things that we want to see in here. Obviously, we want to see it on the field. With him only playing the limited amount of games that he has, we have so much high hopes for Jeff Okudah. This is the year for Jeff Okudah. This is go time for Jeff Okudah. I'm just, man, I pray all the good fortunes to the young man, that he stays healthy out there on the field, man, because I truly do believe he's talented. Like I said, we've seen some of the workouts of him coming off of that type of injury, and being as young as he is, that's very fortunate to suffer that at a younger age instead of somewhere in your latter parts of your career. You have a better chance of healing correctly. So looking at some of the workouts and things like that's been put out there, I'm totally confident that his feet and his ability to run are still there, and they are very much present. So I'm confident about that. I want to see Jeff Okudah really make himself a staple in this defense, man, on that outside cornerback type of situation. Him and Mani Oruwariye, and also Chris Harris now. Chris Harris has been playing strictly corner. He is no longer safety. Ifitu Melifonwu is now officially safety. These guys are permanent in these positions. Harris played, he played pretty well at corner when he did last season for the time that he did. But yeah, he'll be playing corner. He's been doing some outside work so far in this training camp. So that's very, very important. Maybe at cornerback he changes some of our minds. I'm a very optimistic guy. Like I said, I'm not here to sell you a bunch of Kool-Aid, but when it comes to position switches and Aaron Glenn in this defense, if they make a move, I trust it. I trust it because I've witnessed this guy maximize the talent and the ability of players and be able to recognize what puts players in the best position to win, man. Also been experimenting with Julian Akwara. at some Sam situations. He's been playing Sam out there, so that's interesting. I can't wait to get to the fan, training camp so I can go and really take a look at these guys. But right now we have to just go off of what the reports say. So DeAndre Swift, man. DeAndre Swift looking swift, looking clean, just looking uniform out there. That continues. Big year for Swift, man. Like I said, I have so much riding on DeAndre Swift. He is my breakout player for this upcoming season on the offensive side of the ball. But Swift, I have such high hopes for DeAndre Swift. We all know how talented he is. If he's available, he is very, 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 very good, man. And I expect him to have a pretty big season for the Detroit Lions, especially with the emergence of the new pieces that we have on the offense, bringing in a guy, who was a Pro Bowler years ago, and Chark, with that 4.4 speed, that 6'4" height. The only thing with Chark is just staying healthy as well. So if we can keep these guys somewhat healthy, we can definitely do some things in this offense, man. So, like I said, man, I'm so ready to see this offense and this completion. I'm so ready to see some of these guys take the field with each other, because the buzz around the Detroit Lions, the not only the staff but in the locker room has been so positive. These guys are definitely buying into this system. They're feeding off each other, man. And I absolutely love that. As far as the offensive line goes, we all know who the offensive starters are going to be: Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Vaitai. But the second unit, very interesting, man. Stenberg. Remember Stenberg? Remember big Logan Stenberg? Some guys was asking me, what happened to Stenberg? Stenberg's been out there with the second unit, along with Nelson Brown, Kramer, and I call him Easy. But yeah, that's been pretty much the second unit so far in training camp. We'll see, if they make any changes. Also, you've been having Jonah Jackson working at the center position. He has done that in the past at the collegiate level, but he's been working at the center position. And the Detroit Lions want to keep this thing versatile. That is one thing that I really love about this football team. The versatility that they're creating with this team, especially when it comes to the trenches, is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So, like I said, I just can't really. I can't wait to see these guys in action, man, because it's so much that you want to say, it's so much that you want to see. Wide receiver, man, like I said, Chark is definitely enjoying himself in this offense. Says he wants to do things on the field that's just not vertical. You know what I'm saying? We all know he can get vertical. We know about the 20 plus yards, that he was averaging at that time before he got injured. He wants to do things horizontally too. He wants to stretch the field. He says so much football field out there. He wants to be able to do other things, man. And Jacksonville didn't really do that much when he was over there. So I'm definitely glad to hear that type of thing, man. But Chark has been looking pretty good. Also, Cephas has been looking pretty good. Man, Cephas for the long ball touchdown, as you guys can see on the little video clip. Yeah, Cephas, man, is like I said, the injury occurred, obviously, but, he seems to be the forgotten guy right now. We all still have high hopes for Cephas. We love Cephas, man. And it's good to see that he's doing well in camp, looking really good out there, running routes really crisp and clean out there. That's what you want to see. So, like I said, just a few notes, man, to go over from the first 2 days. Training camps, it's been a blast as far as reading these reports for these guys, man. But yeah, another thing I wanted to bring up, Bell is he suffered an injury, to his side. I hope it's nothing significant. Man. Our running back room is what it is, man. But I want those guys to go in to the season healthy, man. Also, Igwebuike has been doing some kickoff return things along with Pimpleton and some of our other guys, man. So We'll see what happens with these guys that are just trying to get those spots in the rotation. You know they're going to fight. You know preseason's going to be interesting because a lot of those guys are talented. They already, for the guys that's been on the roster already, they've shown us some things, what I'm saying, already. So, and when they had an opportunity last season, they went out there and played well. So, preseason this year probably wouldn't be as much, as boring as it's been. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys, man, they go out there and ball. And, this coaching staff, they get the most out of every single player on this team. So once we get to that point, man, it should be pretty fun and it should keep us awake. Looking forward to that, man. So we'll get into it on day 3. We'll take a look at the tight end battles. Also, we'll take a deeper look into the linebackers, man, to see what's being put out there. But, that's just a quick summary of day 1 and day 2. It's been real interesting over these 2 days so far, and I'm looking forward to going out there myself and really giving you guys a bird's eye view of what's going on. Like I said, I am going to at least try to make 2 training camp visits to this year. Schedule is kind of wonky right now. Can't promise anything. That's my dog in the background if y'all hear that. But yeah, definitely going to try to make at least 2 trips. We'll see what we can get out of that situation. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying what you've been receiving so far. Shout out to Dose of Dion. Shout out to Lions Nation Unite. Micro Mike, man. Shout out to all our Detroit Lions family in the UK. Everybody that's out there doing this thing, man. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys because you keep me updated when I'm not able to get access or when I have something scheduled or something to do. So make sure you guys are subscribed to those channels, man. And make sure you're looking for Lions Nation Unite. We will be going live today if this video is out by then. But in the meantime, the Detroit Lions have a hell of a fan base right now, man. It's very, very energetic. It's good to see. You know what I'm saying? We've been so down over these last couple of years. It's been really, really tough. It's been really tough. We've been there through the ups and downs. So I'm looking forward to this team to start making some progression in the right direction, man. And then once again, with the Hard Knocks, I just want to get a real good scoop, even though a lot of it is going to be acting. But I can't wait till the 9th. I know you guys can't either, man, but the energy is definitely electric in the city right now with some of these sports teams being the Lions and the Pistons and the Red Wings. Can't say the same for the Tigers. But it's fun, man. It's been all fun, and I'm very excited. Very, very excited to get into this season, man. I miss football so much. I miss football so much. I hate the off season because it's so long. But with that said, leave it in the comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about what you've heard so far in training camp and some of the guys that you want to hear about in training camp. What are you interested to hear and what positions you want to know about, man? Leave it in the comments, and I promise I'll try to get to you guys in a timely manner. But with that said, one pride. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.